Hi everyone. In this video, I want to show you how to create an Excel Lambda function that will help you count the number of errors in a range, and also how to reuse the code and share it with others by creating a GitHub gist. So we have an Excel file, and I'm creating a very simple problem here. Let us say that there is a range of values. So there is a 1 and a 2 and a 3, and then we have a 4 and a and a 6. Now what happens is that if we try to multiply the two numbers, we get a result, but we are also getting an error when I'm trying to multiply a number with a string, and we already know that. Now imagine that you have a list of values and there are certain errors hidden in it. Now, if you simply want to highlight them, you can either use conditional formatting, or you can select the range, press Ctrl G, go to special, and then select formulas with errors. But what if you're creating a model and you have a very large data set and you want to count the number of errors? To do that, first we will say is error on the entire range. And that gives us a series of false and true. So it's an array with either false or true. Now we would like to convert the false and true into 1 and 0 so that we can do some type of aggregation on it. So we will use a unary or a double negative, and that will convert the false into a 0 and the true into a 1. And the rest is simple. I simply find the sum of all of these values. Now, the thing is that every time you have to use it in a different workbook, that means you have to teach people how to build the formula, or you at least have to give them a way to copy and paste it. And what we want to do is to create a reusable formula. And to create that reusable function, we will say lambda. The parameter is nothing but my range. And in this, the calculation that we are going to perform is exactly what we did before. So sum or double negative and is 0, and the input will be my range itself. Now, if I press enter, you don't see the result immediately. But if I want to test if it is working or not, then I can just select G5 to G9, and you can see the result is 2. Now we have this lambda function with us, and we know that we can put it in the name manager. So I can just copy this, and then we will go to formulas and name manager. I will create a new name. Let's call this count errors, and we can simply paste the lambda function. What that means is that now when I say count errors, let me also make sure that we have removed the double quote from here. Perfect. And as you can see, when I say count errors, we can just select my range, and it tells me there are 2 errors in that range. But if you want to share it with a larger group of people, a better way would be to create a GitHub gist. To do that, I'm going to copy the entire thing, and let's hop over to my browser. And here we go to GitHub. On GitHub, we can click on the plus sign, and that gives you an option to create a new gist. Or if you want to see the list of gists that you have, you can just click on the drop down next to your name icon and then select your gists. As you can see here, I already have a few that I have created, but let me create a new one from scratch. So we click on the plus sign in the top right corner. We have to give it a description. I'm just going to call it count errors. And here as well, I'm going to call it count errors. And all we have to do is we have to say that count errors is equal to the function that you have written earlier. Now, once you have done this, I will make it a public gist and click on create. Once we do that, we can just copy the URL. And as you can see, I am going to work on a new Excel file. So we'll one more time take the data, and I'm closing the previous file. Right now, if you look at the formulas name manager, you can see we don't have any Lambda functions saved here. Now we go to home and we select the advanced formula environment. If you don't have this, you can download it from the Excel add-in store. So we open advanced formula environment. Then I click on the import button. We simply put in the URL here, which is this one, and we import it. Once we do that, you also have to click on the icon to sync the names with the Excel name manager. And as you can see now, my name manager has that count underscore errors function in it. So all you have to do now is to do a count errors, and there you go, you get the result. Of course, there are other ways to share it with other people as well. So you can create maybe an add-in and create an XLAM file, share it with others. But this is a very elegant way of doing it as well. And because it's on GitHub, it's a great way to build a portfolio and share it with others as well.